welcome. I'm going to have a link down below in the description box to credit, in this case, Bleacher Report for the article. But, of course, I'm going to put this in my own words so it's not plagiarism, right? So, my thoughts on the whole Cody Rhodes finishing the story and The Rock and Roman Reigns potentially at WrestleMania. We're going to get into that in just a minute. Right now, sources close to Triple H have said, and I quote, that Rhodes is likely not to headline this year's event, nor will he finish his story at WrestleMania. So for me, that is a problem. Simply put, all the work, the investment, the build-up, the story, with the whole finishing the story has been going on for a while. I'm not sick and tired of Cody Rhodes. I'm sick and tired of the story getting dragged on. There is a difference. Now you throw The Rock in, who, by the way, has not officially signed to compete at WrestleMania. That doesn't mean that can't change. Notice the title. Rumors. Speculation. I don't do clickbait. I do like rumors and speculation and, oh, what do you think could happen here? And all that sort of stuff, so long as I'm very forthcoming about that in my goddamn title, so you're not led astray to some BS to clicking on a video that you may not have wanted to watch to begin with. So for me, wow. Like I said, I've always been a huge, huge fan of Cody Rhodes. Like, I mean, everything he's ever done. I don't care if it's AEW. I don't care if it was OVW. I don't care if it was Stardust. Dashing Cody Rhodes. Just, I love the guy. I have to admit, I like him more now, because now he's able to showcase just how much more talented he ever was to begin with that I didn't realize he was. That makes sense? Yeah, he's better than I thought. And I already thought he was amazing. And there's just so much momentum. The people are behind him. It's not being pushed down your throat like the whole Roman Reigns thing. Speaking of him, in the beginning, I really, truly, wholeheartedly feel like this is it. This is it. It really is his time. It's been a long time. Some people never even get the chance to be champion, to finish that story. But they've just put so much emphasis on it, and for it to never come to fruition, to me, is blasphemy. It really is. And listen, there's a reason I'm not part of the creative team at WWE, okay? I'm the $22 man here on YouTube. That's how much I make a month, by the way. So for me, when it comes to The Rock, I love The Rock probably like as much as the next person. He's 51. That's okay. That's okay. No age discrimination here. He's a little huffy and puffy, out of breath when he did his promo. That's okay. That actually doesn't necessarily mean much. I've been winded like that before from not doing too much, but I could go the mile and then some. My problem with The Rock isn't him getting some spotlight. We'll talk about CM Punk a little bit too in a moment, although I don't have as much to say about him, but I do a little bit. When it comes to The Rock, he's had his time to be in the main spotlight. So this is why I feel like it would be, in my opinion, best for business to have Cody finish the story, to just have him do it. The Rock can still have a match with Roman Reigns. They could have had it at the Royal Rumble. They could have had the build-up come a little bit sooner. Maybe they'll save it for SummerSlam, is what I would have done, is what I'm saying. But I really, really would have kept it for Cody Rhodes to finish the story at Mania. It would have been beyond words. I can't even find the proper words for it. Now you've got Punk back in the mix. And just so that we're perfectly clear, there is probably not a bigger CM Punk fan in the world than me. Figure of speech, of course. Love the guy to death. Same thing with The Rock and Cody. I love all these people. My only problem with CM Punk getting the belt is He just came back. You know what I mean? Like, get him a title, sure. But it's Cody's time now. And then The Rock, you can still have him have some huge matches. It's just not for the title. Though I would be happier with him having the title than someone like Goldberg. Not that I felt like he didn't deserve it. Just because those matches were so unbelievably quick. They were like squash matches, and to me, they weren't really believable. So it kind of diluted my interest for him, and it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal against Goldberg. So Cody Rhodes should finish the story. He probably won't. That's the whole point behind this rumor that's going around with sources close to actual Paul Levesque, a.k.a. Triple H. And rumors, maybe. But you know what's interesting, too, in closing, because I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be, I don't even know that The Rock will end up taking it, because the other... Well, this isn't really a rumor. The speculation is that Roman Reigns is going to hold it until bare minimum September of this year. Not that there's a big elaborate pay-per-view in September, but that is when he would surpass Hogan, and then he would have had the third longest reign in wrestling history. My problem with Roman Reigns and his long reign, having the title, and again, I love Roman Reigns to death and back. Let that be crystal clear. But he's got a worse schedule than Brock Lesnar. Okay? CM Punk had a 434-day reign, not some 1,200-day reign. Okay? And within the first 6 weeks that Punk was champion, he had already matched half of how many title defenses Roman Reigns has done in 4 years. Punk did that in like 4.5 weeks. Okay? It was absolutely ridiculous. That guy was a workhorse like a Seth Rollins. I would do what Roman Reigns is doing if I could. He had a very lucrative contract, and he's allowed to be part-time to be able to be with his family, and I have nothing against that. But when you're hijacking the fucking title and you're barely defending it 4 times a year, your title reign means nothing. It's almost as meaningless as David Arquette holding it. Oh, he's been champion for 4 years. Wow. But he defends it like 4 times a year. Once a season. He's a seasonal attraction. So that's my problem with Roman Reigns. It's the booking. It's the do not have a guy like that run full steam ahead and break these massive, massive records to a fucking part-timer that wants to stay home with his family. Again, I'm not knocking him for wanting to be home with his family. If I had one, I would do the same goddamn thing. Right? Wouldn't you work part-time and get paid full-time if you could? I would. Again, I'm not blaming him. But if I was the head of creative, I would not have his ass as champion. I would have somebody, believe it or not, like Cody Rhodes break that monumental reign that Hogan had. I feel like he's got what it takes to be that champion that could carry the company, a la John Cena. I truly believe now that Cody Rhodes is the face of the company. He is a triple threat. He's good on the mic, he's good in the ring, and just his overall presence is just amazing. And I think he can dance a little bit, because that's generally what a triple threat is, right? You can act, you can sing, you can dance. So he's the total package. Okay? At least I think so. Of course, there's going to be some people like, he's bland, always the same shit. He's always crying. He's always doing his Shakespearean bullshit. It's easy to dunk on everything, but it's also, I find, easy to praise everything where it deserves to be praised. So I want to see The Rock. I don't want him to, quote unquote, take the spotlight that could have been Cody Rhodes. And as for Punk, I want Punk front and center of the action. He is, again, in my opinion, an incredibly high caliber superstar with a lot of power, superstar power that comes with him. But I would hate for him to somehow, with all due respect, cut in line and get the title before Rhodes does. Now, don't forget now, I'm also a little bit tired. I get that there's SmackDown and there's Raw and all this sort of stuff, and Roman Reigns is on SmackDown, and having Rhodes finish the story against, let's say, somebody like Seth Rollins, to be honest with you, which is actually another good angle. I don't know if that'd be worthy of being called finishing the story. Would that be really be finishing the story? In the beginning, it would be absolutely no. Obviously, the longer Seth Rollins holds the title, yes. But I feel like it'd be a bigger accomplishment to dethrone Roman Reigns than Seth Rollins, with all due respect. Because of how long Roman Reigns has had that goddamn belt. And maybe that's what they're going to do. Maybe they're going to wait an entire other year. I don't know. To make it that much more impactful. However, people are getting frustrated. I mean, I have patience, but man, it's... Again, I'm not saying I have all the answers. I'm not some amazing creative writer with some amazing ideas. I just know that if what's going around is true, it's not what's best for business. Thumbs up if you liked the video. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. You didn't like the video, that's okay. Go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I bend it in half, I twist it. You get a Samoan spike right in the rectum. Okay? And to snap it off, you get a rock bottom from the rock, while Solo Sikoa's thumb is in your rectum. Yeah, that would work. Not that I'm picturing it, by the way. And if you want to subscribe to the channel... Exactly. I don't need to finish that sentence. You know what to do if you want to. And if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. Let me know down below what you think of what I said. What do you think of these superstars? Are you afraid he's never going to finish the story? Do you feel like it's a waste, all this momentum? Just what are your thoughts? And are there any other things that you're curious to hear what I think about? Gives me some ideas on some extra videos that I could record for the channel, rather than just recapping Raw, SmackDown, and then once in a while, oh, here's some 2K23 footage. Right? Okay, take care. Maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.